My child, I said open this now. This message could not wait another second. I have interrupted your moment with purpose. I have stepped into your atmosphere with urgency, and I have placed these words before your eyes because heaven has turned its attention toward you in a way you do not yet understand. Listen to me, beloved, for I speak not in symbols or riddles but in clear, direct truth. If you stop reading, you will miss the warning I sent from heaven. You will miss the shift I am trying to bring into your life. You will miss the protection that these words are meant to place around your spirit. I am speaking only to you right now because your spirit reached a turning point. You have come to a moment where what you choose next will shape the path ahead of you, where what you hear now will determine what opens before you, and where what you do with my voice will determine the breakthroughs assigned to your future. These 10 urgent secrets must be heard immediately, where you will walk blind into what is coming. You will step into days you were meant to enter with me, but without the understanding I wanted you to carry. You will encounter battles I designed you to win, but without the awareness that victory was already prepared. You will face choices meant to elevate you, but without the discernment to recognize them. That is why I am speaking with such weight. That is why I am pulling on your heart with such force. That is why you feel this message gripping you before you even fully begin. It is because I, Jesus, am speaking directly into your life with urgency, tenderness, and divine purpose. My child, pause now and let your spirit settle. Feel my presence wrapping around you, steadying your heart, softening your breathing, and clearing the noise that tries to distract you from what I am revealing. I am closer than your thoughts, nearer than your breath, and more present than the ground beneath your feet. You are not reading this by chance. You are not here by accident. You did not stumble into this moment. You were led, drawn, pulled, guided, and positioned. Heaven orchestrated this very second. Everything in your life, every delay, every struggle, every question, every quiet tear has prepared you to hear what I am about to say. You have been asking me for a sign, for clarity, for direction, for confirmation that I am truly with you, truly guiding you, truly seeing the battles you fight in silence. And now I am answering. This is your sign. This is your confirmation. This is the voice you have been waiting for. I am speaking to you with intention, and I need you to understand that this moment is sacred. Do not look away. Do not rush. Do not treat this as ordinary. Heaven is open over you right now, and I am pouring revelation, comfort, and warning all at once. You have asked me, Lord, what am I supposed to do next? Where am I supposed to go? What am I missing? And I have watched you try to move forward with a heart weighed down by uncertainty. I have seen you push through days that felt heavy, nights that felt endless, seasons that felt confusing. I have watched you fight battles with courage you did not even realize you carried. I have watched you survive storms meant to break you. And I have watched you keep going even when you felt like giving up. My child, that is why this message has come now. Because you reached the moment where your heart is ready to receive what you could not understand before. These next words from my heart will not simply inform you, they will awaken you, realign you, and protect you. They will open your eyes to the truth you have been walking beside, but not yet seeing. I have come to uncover the unseen, to expose the plans formed against you, to reveal the blessings forming around you, and to speak life into the places where you have quietly felt numb, forgotten, or unseen. My beloved, I have seen everything you have gone through. I have seen every silent prayer, every hidden battle, every tear you wiped before anyone noticed, every moment you wondered if you were truly heard, truly valued, truly loved. You have carried weight that was never meant to stay on your shoulders. You have walked through pain that tried to convince you that you were alone. But I tell you now with all the love within my eternal heart, you have never been alone, not for a single moment. I have walked with you through every valley, guarded you in every storm, whispered to you in every quiet hour. Even when you felt nothing, I was there. Even when you saw nothing, I was working. Even when you feared everything, I was protecting you from what you did not see. My child, the reason I am pressing this message into your spirit with urgency is because you are stepping into a shift. I'm moving things, rearranging things, revealing things, and preparing things that will change the course of your life. But you must listen. You must stay with me. You must not let your mind drift or your focus break. The enemy would love for you to get distracted right now. He would love for you to stop reading. He would love for you to look away even for a moment because he knows what is coming for you if you continue. He knows what I am about to reveal. He knows the breakthrough that is about to unfold. He knows the chains I am about to break off you. And he knows the clarity I am about to give you, clarity that will expose every lie he ever whispered to you. So hear me now. Stay. Remain. Continue. What I am about to say is meant for your protection, your elevation, your healing, and your destiny. This is not a message for the world, this is a message for your soul. My voice is calling you deeper. My presence is pulling you closer. My heart is reaching for you with urgency because the next chapter of your life has already begun, and I do not want you to miss the instruction that will guide you through it. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me as I lead you through what your eyes cannot yet see. You are not reading a warning meant to frighten you. You are reading a warning meant to prepare you, strengthen you, and cover you. The days ahead will require sensitivity to my voice, awareness in your spirit, and confidence in my guidance. This is why I am revealing these urgent truths, so you will not walk blind, so you will not walk afraid, and so you will not walk alone. My beloved child, I speak these words with unwavering love, with eternal wisdom, and with the full weight of heaven behind them. Lean in now. You are being met by your Savior, your defender, your healer, your guide. And what I give you next will change everything. Stay with me. Listen deeply. The secrets I reveal in the next breath are the very ones that will lead you into the future I wrote for you before time began. Comment Amen. I receive your blessings today if you're claiming God's promises over your life. My beloved child, listen closely now, for I am about to uncover something that has been happening around you and within you for far longer than you realized. I am not revealing this to overwhelm you nor to shame you, but to open your eyes to the truth you have walked through unknowingly. There are things you have called coincidences, things you have brushed off as random emotion, things you have dismissed as your imagination, things you believed were just life happening, but they were not random, not empty, not accidental. They were me. I have been speaking to you in ways you ignored, not because you rejected me, but because no one ever taught you how to recognize my subtle footsteps, my gentle whispers, my quiet movements. You expected thunder, but I often come in a whisper. You expected bright signs, but I often speak through soft nudges. You look for miracles in the sky, but I place them in the stillness of your heart. My beloved, every dream that unsettled you was not without reason. Every strange feeling you could not explain, every sudden heaviness, every unexpected peace that washed over you in the midst of chaos. Those moments were me calling out to you. When you felt a sudden urge to let go of someone, that was me lifting your spirit away from what would hurt you. When you felt discomfort around a situation that looked harmless, that was my warning. When your heart tightened for no reason, when your thoughts suddenly shifted, when your emotions rose in ways you could not understand, I was speaking. I was trying to get your attention long before your mind comprehended what your spirit was sensing. My child, there is a knowing inside you that does not come from your experience or your logic. It comes from me. It is the voice of my spirit whispering truth into your soul before your circumstances reveal it. Do you remember the nights when you could not sleep even though you were exhausted? You tossed, turned, wondered, questioned, but you did not know that I was stirring your spirit. I was trying to protect you from stepping into something harmful, trying to keep you awake until a danger passed, trying to draw you into quiet so you would speak to me. Those nights of restlessness were not punishment, they were protection. They were guidance. They were alignment. I was moving things in the unseen that would have harmed you if you had fallen asleep unaware. My child, think back to the moments when a door that seemed perfect suddenly shut. You thought it was rejection, but it was my intervention. I closed doors and removed opportunities because the timing was not right, or the path was not meant for you, or the people connected to it could not be trusted with your calling. You do not know what I protected you from, but heaven knows. Every delay you complained about, every long wait that made you question yourself, every prayer that seemed unanswered, those were me shaping the path before you, clearing dangers, repositioning you for something better. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every step had my hand in it. And what of those moments when you felt moved to reach out to someone without knowing why? When an old memory resurfaced, and you felt pushed to forgive or release it? When you suddenly felt like changing your environment, ending a habit, or stepping away from a familiar situation? My beloved, those were not your thoughts, they were mine. I was tugging your spirit toward healing. I was breaking chains that had been silently weighing down your soul. I was clearing the fog that has followed you for years. I was drawing you away from cycles you did not recognize as traps. Every time you felt that stirring to walk away, that discomfort in your chest, that sudden clarity that did not match your emotions, I was speaking. You have always wanted me to speak loudly, but many times you needed me to speak softly so you would not be overwhelmed. You asked me for signs, but you did not realize I gave them to you through the timing of events, through the people who suddenly appeared or disappeared, through the opportunities that came unexpectedly, and through the overwhelming peace that settled on you even when the situation made no sense. You dismissed these things because they did not look dramatic, but my presence is not always dramatic. Sometimes my greatest guidance is a gentle push, a quiet feeling, a small inner whisper that your mind barely notices. Please support our channel. Our work is to bring happiness in your life and devotion to God. And if you want, you can donate to us via Super Thanks to show your support. My beloved, there were warnings you felt but ignored because they were not loud. You felt anxiety around certain paths, but you walked anyway because they appeared good to you. You felt me pulling you away from certain decisions, but you convinced yourself that your feelings were overreactions. You felt unsettled around certain people, but you held on because of comfort or history. But now you see. Now you understand. Now you recognize that the heaviness you felt was my protection, the tension you sensed was my caution, the quiet discomfort was my shield around you. I never stopped speaking, not for a moment. But you were trained to hear me only in one way, and so you missed the countless ways I spoke in silence. My child, hear me clearly. Do not overlook my voice again. Your next steps depend on this. The season you are stepping into will require sensitivity to my whispers, not just my shouts. You will need to recognize me in the small shifts, the quiet warnings, the subtle discomforts, the unexpected peace. You will need to notice when I nudge you in a certain direction, when I place a sudden thought in your heart, when I close a door abruptly, when I remove someone without warning. These are not random disruptions, they are divine alignments. There will be moments ahead when you will feel me guiding you away from something that appears good but hides unseen danger. You will feel me pulling you towards something unfamiliar that carries my blessing. You will sense my presence saying wait even when everything around you says go. And you will sense me saying move even when fear urges you to stay still. This is why you must know my voice now. This is why you must learn to trust the spiritual signals I place within you. Your future is too important. Your purpose is too valuable. Your calling is too precious to be guided by sight alone. I am giving you a deeper discernment, a sharper sense of knowing, a clearer awareness of my movements, so you will walk with confidence through doors I open and walk away from the ones I close. Do not be afraid of this awakening. Do not be afraid of the sensitivity you feel increasing within you. This is not your imagination. This is not emotional instability. This is spiritual maturity. I am heightening your awareness because the season you are entering carries more weight, more favor, more opportunities, and yes, more opposition. You cannot afford to dismiss my voice anymore. You cannot afford to doubt your intuition anymore. You cannot afford to silence the warnings your spirit receives. What you once overlooked, you must now recognize. What you once ignored, you must now honor. What you once called coincidence, you must now call guidance. My child, you are not being called to perfection. You are being called to awareness. And awareness will protect you from paths that were never meant to carry your destiny. Awareness will guide you into blessings that were written with your name on them. Awareness will carry you through seasons that require spiritual clarity more than human understanding. So listen to me now. From this day forward, when you feel a nudge, pause. When you sense discomfort, pray. When your heart tightens, do not panic, ask me what I am showing you. When a dream unsettles you, do not dismiss it. When peace floods you suddenly, stop and recognize that I am confirming something. When something delays, do not assume punishment, assume protection. When someone leaves, do not cling, discern. When something closes, do not mourn, trust. When something opens, do not question, step forward with me. I am with you now more than ever. I am speaking more clearly than you realize. And as you learn to recognize my voice in the subtle movements, your path will straighten, your confidence will grow, and your fears will lose their power over you. You will not walk blind into what is coming. You will walk guided, guarded, and grounded in my presence. My beloved child, I speak this with love that has no end and wisdom that cannot fail. Stay sensitive, stay aware, stay close. I am speaking, and you will hear me more clearly than ever before. My beloved child, come closer to my voice now, for what I am about to reveal requires the quiet attention of your spirit. You have been walking through days that felt heavy, confusing, and unfamiliar, and you have wondered why your emotions shift without explanation, why your heart feels unsettled even in moments where nothing is visibly wrong, why the things that once brought you comfort no longer satisfy you. and why the routines you once leaned on feel strangely empty. You have asked yourself, why do I feel this way? What is happening inside me? Why do I feel like something is changing but I cannot see what it is? And now I will tell you the truth that has been unfolding around you. Your season has shifted without your awareness. Your spirit sensed it before your mind recognized it. Your heart felt the change before your circumstances revealed it. You have moved into a different spiritual atmosphere, even though everything around you still looks the same. My child, seasons do not change only in the natural realm. They change in the spiritual realm long before the evidence appears. And when the season changes, everything within you begins to adjust even if you do not understand why. This is why you have been feeling restless, as if something within you is being pulled forward. This is why you have felt a strange mixture of excitement and heaviness, peace and pressure, hope and fatigue. You have been trying to hold on to the way things used to be, but your spirit is already stepping into what comes next. There are shifts happening around you that you cannot yet see, but your soul can feel them. Do not dismiss this. Do not ignore it. The restlessness you feel is not a sign of instability. It is a sign of transition. It is the stirring of my spirit inside you, preparing you for what has already begun. You are no longer in the season you were in before. The things that worked for you in the last season will no longer work in this one. The habits that carried you before cannot sustain you now. The relationships that fit your past may not fit your future. The opportunities that once seemed promising may now feel empty because they were meant for a time that has passed. You cannot force an old season to remain when I have already shifted you into a new one. You cannot cling to what I am calling you out of. You cannot settle where you once settled because the grace for that place has lifted. Say amen. Jesus is my everything if he is your joy, peace, and strength. You have felt tired lately, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You have carried a heaviness that you could not explain. You have felt drained by things that used to feel light. This fatigue is not simply from exhaustion, it is from trying to operate in a season you have already outgrown. When I shift you into a new season, everything that no longer aligns begins to feel heavier. Conversations feel heavier. Responsibilities feel heavier. The things you once tolerated now irritate your spirit. The places you once found comfort now bring discomfort. You have been trying to move as if everything is the same, but your spirit knows that everything is different. You have also felt emotional in unusual ways, waves of sorrow or longing that rise without warning, moments of hope that appear suddenly, bursts of clarity followed by a sense of uncertainty. This emotional turbulence is not a sign that you are falling apart. It is a sign that something inside you is awakening, stretching, expanding. Your soul is adjusting to the new spiritual climate. You are not being undone, you are being transformed. You are not losing control, you are gaining sensitivity. You are not weakening, you are being positioned for something greater. My beloved, hear me. I am the one who shifted your season. I am the one who moved you forward. I am the one who stirred your spirit. I am the one who unsettled your comfort so you would not remain in what no longer serves your purpose. I am the one who allowed familiar doors to close so you would seek the ones I prepared for this new time. I am the one who removed people who could not walk with you into what is coming. I am the one who placed a strange urgency within you, an urgency you could not explain, an urgency you tried to silence, an urgency that keeps returning. That urgency is my voice pushing you to move with me, not ahead of me, not behind me, but with me. The reason you feel like the ground beneath you is shifting is because it is. I am uprooting you from places where you would have become stagnant. I am redirecting your steps toward the assignments I have prepared. I am changing the spiritual atmosphere around you so that I can pour new things into your life. You have been craving change without knowing what kind of change your soul needed. You asked me to take you higher, to grow you, to strengthen you, to reveal your purpose, and I heard you. But every prayer for growth requires a shift in season. And growth always feels uncomfortable before it feels right. You may have thought that stepping into a new season would feel like excitement alone, but transitions often feel like confusion, like shedding skin, like walking forward without seeing the full path. Do not mistake discomfort for misdirection. You are not lost, you are being led. You are not confused, you are being awakened. You are not stuck, you are being prepared. When I move you forward, everything within you must adjust. Your emotions, your desires, your mindset, your habits, your connections, your expectations. This adjustment is not punishment, it is preparation. My child, this shift requires something from you. Obedience. Immediate obedience. Not delayed obedience, and not edited obedience, and not partial obedience. I'm calling you into alignment with what I am doing now, not what I did before. There are instructions I will give you in this season that you must respond to quickly. There are doors I will open that require you to step through without overthinking. There are conversations I will lead you into that will redirect your path. There are opportunities I will present that will not wait for you to feel completely ready. There are things I will ask you to release that will make no sense to your emotions but will make perfect sense to your spirit. You must trust me beyond your comfort. You must trust me beyond your understanding. You must trust me beyond what your eyes can see. The path ahead will require faith, not familiarity. You cannot cling to the old because the old cannot carry you into what is coming. You cannot remain where you were because your purpose is forward, not backward. You cannot wait for everything to feel stable before you move. Stability comes after obedience, not before it. Listen to me now. You feel the shift because it is real. You feel the restlessness because I am stirring you. You feel the emotional waves because your heart is being recalibrated. You feel the tiredness because you are shedding an old version of yourself. You feel uncomfortable because I am stretching you into who you were created to become. Do not fight this. Do not fear this. Do not resist this. Walk with me through it. There are blessings in this new season that you have been praying for. There are breakthroughs that have already been released in the spiritual realm. There are divine alignments forming around you. There are doors you will step through that will change everything. But you must move when I say move. You must release what I ask you to release. You must trust what I reveal, even when you do not see the full picture. My beloved child, your season has shifted. Your life is transitioning. Your spirit is awakening. Do not let your mind drag you back into what I have already lifted you out of. Do not let fear hold you in places I have freed you from. Do not let familiar patterns keep you tied to cycles that no longer carry my presence. You are not being pulled backward, you are being pulled upward. You are not being emptied, you are being prepared to receive. Let your heart surrender to the shift. Let your spirit lean into my voice. Let your steps align with my timing. Everything I am doing is for your good, for your growth, for your purpose, and for your future. Walk with me now, my child. You are in a new season, even if your eyes cannot yet see it. I will guide you every step of the way. My beloved child, open your heart now, for what I am about to reveal will bring both clarity and comfort to places inside you where confusion has lived for too long. You have carried questions in your spirit, questions you were afraid to say out loud, questions that made you doubt yourself, your worth, and even your discernment. You have wondered why certain people drifted away, why certain friendships weakened, why certain relationships collapsed, why certain connections subtly felt heavy instead of uplifting. You questioned whether you did something wrong, whether you were unlovable, whether you were too much or not enough. But listen to me now with your whole heart. I removed certain people to save you. I saw what you didn't see. I saw what you couldn't have known. I saw behind the smiles, behind the words, behind the intentions. I saw into hearts. I saw into motives. I saw into spiritual realms that your natural eyes could never perceive. There were people around you who smiled with their lips but carried envy in their hearts. People who clapped for you in public but resented you in private. People who stayed close not out of love, but out of curiosity, desiring to watch your life unfold, not to support you, but to compare, to judge, to criticize quietly. My child, you could not see that their presence was draining your spirit. You could not see that the connection you cherished was becoming a doorway for spiritual attack. You only saw the surface, and the surface looked harmless. But I saw the unseen. I saw the thoughts they never spoke. I saw the hidden intentions. I saw the quiet conversations behind your back. I saw the jealousy they tried to disguise as concern. I saw the resentment they carried whenever I blessed you. And because I love you with a love deeper than you can comprehend, I stepped in. You felt abandoned, but you were actually being protected. You felt rejected, but you were being redirected. You felt confused, but heaven was perfectly clear. You felt like something broke, but I was breaking you free. You felt like you lost something, but you gained safety. You felt like people walked away, but I was walking you into a safer future. A removal was not punishment. It was protection. It was intervention. It was me shielding your destiny from hands that would have damaged it. My child, understand this. Not every person who enters your life is meant to stay. Not every voice deserves access to your heart. Not every connection is aligned with your calling. Some people were placed in your life for a season, not a lifetime. But your heart, being tender and loyal, tried to hold on. You saw the good in them. You forgave their inconsistencies. You excused their hurtful actions. You believed their apologies. You hoped they would change. You believed the best even when they gave you their worst. But I saw what you didn't see. I saw how long you had been carrying the weight of that connection. I saw the way your spirit dimmed around them. I saw the tears they caused that you hid from everyone else. I saw the inner battles you fought because of their words. I saw the spiritual attacks that increased whenever they were close to you. And I knew that if I didn't intervene, you would remain stuck in cycles that were never meant for you. There were people whose presence would have delayed your purpose. People whose influence would have weakened your spiritual sensitivity. People whose actions would have slowly drained your confidence, your joy, your identity. People who would have held you back even if unintentionally. People who could not celebrate what I was doing in you because they were too threatened by their own insecurities. People who would have betrayed you when you became vulnerable. People who would have taken advantage of your generosity. People who would have spoken words that planted doubt and fear into your heart. People who looked harmless, but whose presence created spiritual noise in your life, noise that made it difficult for you to hear my voice clearly. This is why I removed them. Not out of anger, not out of judgment, not out of cruelty, but out of love. Pure, protective, urgent love. I remove people gently at first, decreased communication, changed schedules, subtle distance. But when your heart holds on tightly, I intervene more directly, because my priority is your well-being, not your comfort. And when I remove someone, it is because the spiritual cost of keeping them is too high. You may not realize it yet, but the removal of certain people was an answer to prayers you forgot you prayed. You asked me for peace, I removed the ones disturbing it. You asked me for clarity, I removed the ones clouding your spirit. You asked me for growth, I removed the ones stunting it. You asked me for love, I removed the ones who could not give it. You asked me for direction, I removed the ones pulling you backward. You asked me to protect you, I removed the ones who were hurting you in ways you didn't recognize. You cried over some of these losses, but if you saw what I saw, you would thank me. If you knew what I protected you from, you would rejoice. If you understood how close you came to heartbreak, betrayal, or spiritual destruction through certain relationships, you would praise me for every closed door. There were people around you who were connected to spirits of jealousy, manipulation, deception, or distraction. You didn't see it, but the enemy did. And he attempted to use those connections as entry points into your life. But I stood between you and those attacks. I allowed separation so the attack would lose its doorway. You have also wondered why certain people suddenly changed, why they became distant, why they treated you differently, why they pulled back when you did nothing wrong. Hear me. Their spirit saw your elevation before you did. They sensed the shift in your life. They sensed my hand on you. They sensed that you were going somewhere they could not follow. And instead of celebrating, their insecurities reacted. But their reaction was only exposing what was always hidden. I allowed the shift in them so you could see the truth, not the illusion. Right, amen. I trust your word completely. If Scripture is your anchor and guide, and share this video.